What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Blab. I appreciate you stopping by. Without further ado, let's blab. Before I hop into it, get on the ground floor of Blab. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. I appreciate you all. So, November is quickly approaching. I think there are a lot of things happening in the Pokemon hobby, a lot of big releases, a lot of big promotions, all of that kind of stuff. So, we'll get into it. First, to start off, November 14th is going to be absolutely absurd. One of the craziest days in recent memory for the Pokemon hobby. Not only do we have the Mega Charizard UPC releasing, we also have the Team Rocket's Moltres UPC releasing. That would already be an insane day, right? Two UPCs releasing. I know a lot of people have already not been talking about the Moltres UPC, but there's a lot of chatter about the Charizard UPC. I think both of them look great. I think that I'd like to have both of them. Frankly, I think a stack of both of them back to back with the red and yellow and black and then this one being on the blue, I think it would just look great stacked up against each other. So that's the big day, November 14th, but we cannot forget that we also have Phantasmal Flames releasing on the same day, November 14th. The booster box is coming out, the booster bundle's coming out, the regular sleeved blisters are coming out. There's 3 different 3-pack blisters coming out. There's also multiple different check lane single pack blisters. Yes, all of those Phantasmal Flame products, as well as the UPC, Charizard, and the Moltres UPC, all coming out on the same day. So, I would like to get this product. I'd like to get multiple of these products. So, that being said, it's going to be very expensive even to get it at MSRP. We're looking at, depending on where you get it, I know, Walmart's and Costco's and Target's might be $5 or $10 above MSRP. I know GameStop is like 10, 20, 30% above MSRP sometimes. So we're looking like, I don't know, about 120 for this, about 120 for this, about 200 for this. So already we're at 450. If you happen to pick up some of these ancillary products, you're looking at like a $500 day at MSRP. So great, you can flip it then for $700, $800, $900, whatever. If that's your plan, great. But I'd like to hold on to multiple of these products. I am a big Charizard fan, so a lot of the products I hold on to long term have Charizard on them, either in the box art or significantly featured within the set. I do also think that the Phantasmal Flame set is not very good except for the Charizard card itself. So if I do get multiple booster boxes, I'm probably moving all of them but one. However, for the UPCs, I'd like to get multiple of them. Anyway, that's more of like a personal, what am I trying to do, whatever. But it does need to be understood that money needs to be generated or saved up for a day like this, where you could be spending multiple thousands of dollars if you are able to get multiple products, even at MSRP, just because we have so many products releasing. So we're saving up money for that. What else are we saving up money or turning over product to generate money for? Well, everybody knows that Black Friday is coming up as well, right? So we go from November 14th, then just a mere few days later, a week, 10 days, whatever later, we have Black Friday. So shout out PokeNotify. This is going to be the Target release. It is going to be $20 for 4 packs. It's not a fantastic MSRP buy. I mean, usually packs are anywhere from like $3.50 to $6, depending on what kind of product you get, whatever would have you, and also exactly what you pay for the product in a big box store. But it is looking like Target is getting these, should be like $18.99 to $21.99, somewhere in that range, and you'll be getting 2 Destined Rivals and 2 Journey Together. It's an okay pack spread. It is what it is. People love collection boxes and they hate them and they love them, whatever. They're investable, they're not investable, whatever. I don't really care. So these are coming out. Would I be looking to get them? If I pass them, I might pick up a few, but not something I really, really need. However, over here, $20 for, I believe it is, assorted 8 packs. I mean, I don't have a Walmart near me, but like this has to be a number one for investors, collectors, investors, whatever. You're getting 8 packs for $20, right? So that's like $2-ish a pack, $2.50 a pack, somewhere in that range. And you're not getting garbage sets, right? Like you're getting Surging Sparks, you're getting Journey Together, you're getting Destined Rivals, even Twilight Masquerade. Every single one of these sets has a big chase card in it. Surging has the Pikachu, Twilight has the Greninja, Destined Rivals obviously has a couple of those chase cards. Even Journey Together has that Lily's Clefairy that, goes between the $100-$200 range. So pretty good pack spread on both of these. Just at $20, for the pack price. Great for a collector, great for an investor, great for somebody that wants to rip. Also should be saving up money for this. And then lastly, We also know that during Black Friday, during that holiday, beginning of the holiday season, TCG Player does a Black Friday sale. I'm not sure. I think they usually do a May Mayhem sale, and this is like sort of their holiday sale. I don't think they really do one, around like later December. So also want to keep an eye out for that. The reason I'm making this video is because there's so much happening between like mid-November and the end of November. So I just kind of want to put it all in one video. This is also something I'd really like to engage in. 10% credit back, meaning like if you buy a product for $100, you get 10% store credit. So TCG Player is not the number one marketplace that I'd really like to buy on because I'd like to see a lot of my sealed product in hand. But if you're going to get a whole bunch of singles, TCG Player is kind of the place I would go to for singles that are, under the $25 range when I'm getting multiple, right? Like if I'm getting 15, 20, 100 cards that are 3, 4, $5, that's something I might do on TCG Player. That's when I would take advantage of this. Also, I wanted to say it is interesting because you're getting 10% off your like hammer price, right? Like you're still paying the tax, you're still paying the shipping, all of those sorts of things. The best place to buy product is at a show or at some sort of event like that because then you are not paying any tax at all. If you're paying, let's say, $250 for a Surging Sparks booster box, that is exactly what you're paying, right? You're Venmoing or paying cash or whatever, and it's on the seller to then pay that tax. When you're on TCG Player, if you're spending whatever you're spending, you are also incurring that 5 to 8% tax depending on whatever state you're in, right? So really your 10% off, that only becomes 3 or 4% off had you bought the same product for the same price at an event. But because there aren't events all the time and we like to buy product and we like to make different kinds of moves, at the end of the day, it will be 10% store credit back for whatever you end up purchasing. So all of that being said, we have a massive Phantasmal Flames release on the 14th. We also have both UPCs on the 14th. Then, just after that, we have our Black Friday deals, both on Walmart and Target. These will be good per pack price buys. And then also, during that time, we have the 10% store credit back on TCG Player. All of these things I will be trying to take advantage of. I really, really love that the Pokemon market has started to kind of hit this lull where we're not like shooting up anymore. We're not going down as hard as everybody's saying. Everyone's making a thumbnail, oh, Pokemon's over. Even when we hit the 30th anniversary, it's going to fall off a cliff. I mean, it ebbs and flows. In fact, it is a good thing that we have these sorts of, opportunities to get product while things are trading sideways. I like hitting product that has, more of a reduction, maybe 20, 30, 40% reduced off its all-time highs. If you can get a product like that with a 10% store credit back, I think that's a great move. So, I appreciate y'all stopping by. Let me know which of these you're trying to take advantage of. Are you going for Phantasmal Flames at MSRP? Are you trying to get the UPCs? I know they're saying, oh, the Charizard UPC is like the most printed UPC of all time. I don't care. I will have product. If I get more than I think if I get more than I think I'll actually be able to get, I'll probably turn some over and I'll keep a couple. I need it. I need both of those. The UPCs are great. I'll be taking advantage of all of these. So just let me know what you guys think. Are you taking advantage of the TCG Player sale? Have you thought about the TCG Player sale? I mean, look, I think this promo right here is actually from last year. I don't even know if the TCG sale is 100,000% guaranteed, but I know this is something they really like to do approximately twice a year. So I'm already thinking about that. I've been thinking about it for a while. I've been turning over product, trying to liquidate things and trade into other things, but essentially to have cash on the sidelines, as they say, to make these moves in November and through the holiday season where a lot of people are selling items, fire selling items. They got to get gifts for their family, their friends, whatever. I think this is a very good time to start seeing that lull in September, October. Then in November, we have all of these deals. December, people are trying to liquidate. I love seeing it all come down. It is a good time to get in, especially for long-term stuff. I know a lot of people know Blab likes to flip his product into newer or older product or more expensive product or just liquidate as a whole. And making short-term plays is frowned upon. Yada yada yada. You change your strategy when market conditions change, right? So I have some stuff that I hold long term. I have some stuff that I like to turn over in a market that we've been seeing in October and I expect to see in November and December. I don't think I'll be turning over as much. So all of that being said, blabbing. I probably said all of that being said like 12 times. but you are listening to a guy called Blab, so I appreciate y'all stopping by. Like, comment, and subscribe. If you are gonna use this TCG player set, let me know what you're looking at. I'm looking at Surging Sparks right now. I know some people are saying buy it, some people are saying don't. I think it's a decent buy. I think it's one of the best mainline sets. And I actually think it's one of the sets that got everybody, or a large portion of people, back into the hobby pre-Phantasmal or pre-Prismatic hype. Surging Sparks was like that one that was under MSRP and then pretty quickly rose over MSRP in this boom. Everything after Surging Sparks has released over MSRP. So appreciate y'all stopping by. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.